everybody to Chronic Kitchen episode 4, the show where we teach you about some quick eats, some party treats, and maybe make a meal or two. On today's episode, we're going to have a New Year's Eve hors d'oeuvre special, where I'll be joined by Chef Julien. Alright guys, so first thing we're going to make is some holiday meatballs. What you're going to want is a pound of ground beef, half an onion, some Italian seasoning, some thyme, some chili flakes, some green pepper, a little bit of walnut, and some oil.
Hey guys, my name's Chef Julien. I'm going to walk you through some holiday meatballs. Alright, so first off, we're going to add our seasonings. So we're going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning here. Do a couple teaspoons. A little bit of chili flakes. A little bit of that. And a little bit of thyme. A little more of that. Alright, throw in our walnuts, onions and peppers. And while we mix that, we'll add our oil into our medium-high pan. We'll give that a good mix. So once you have everything pretty mixed up here, you're going to want to make about 3-ounce meatballs, maybe 2-ounce, bite-sized. We got here, what size? Alright, so when we're off camera, we add a little bit of salt and pepper. We're going to go ahead and fry these up. Get them nice and golden brown. So if you're doing a lot more, do them in batches. Don't try to crowd your pan. You'll have a better result. Alright, so now that our meatballs are golden brown, we're going to put them on our baking sheet, which has a little bit of parchment paper. Easy to clean up. Then we're going to throw them into our oven, which is at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, so we've decided to make a little sauce for our meatballs. What we're going to do is take our drippings, we're going to add a little bit of red wine vinegar, and then we'll add a little bit of yogurt, about a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt, and then 3 tablespoons of your favorite barbecue sauce. So we'll do that. Alright, so now that we've deglazed our pan and we've reduced the liquid a bit, we're going to add in our yogurt and barbecue sauce mixture. Take it off the heat to do that. Alright, so we left our meatballs in the oven for 10 minutes. They're out now, they're cooked. We added our sauce into a nice mixing bowl. We're going to toss them up and plate them up. Throw them all in real quick. And we'll toss them up real quick. And to plate them up, just grab a couple of toothpicks. Place them out on a platter. A little bit of garnish, whatever you like. And serve them to your guests, which will love them.
Alright guys, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make some bacon wrapped pears. Easy as you can get. All you need is a couple pears and a package of bacon. Alright guys, so for the bacon wrapped pears, what we're going to do is we're going to take a pear, take off the top, take off the bottom, and we're going to cut it in half. And we'll just make little slices out of it. However thick you want to have them. It's up to, honestly, whatever you feel like having. And then once I've cut them off, you can take out just a little sliver to get the seeds out of there on any pieces remaining. And as soon as I've done that, I'm going to hand them off to Julien, and he's going to bacon wrap for us.
So, we're going to wrap these guys. What you want to do, throw your bacon down, throw your pear on it. Make a nice little fold, so you got the little bacon wrapped around your initial part of the pear. And then just roll it like you'd roll anything else. Place it on your sheet pan, and you continue.
Alright guys, now that we've got these wrapped, we're going to put them in our oven at 400 for probably 15 minutes, and we'll check on them.
Alright, so it's been about 15-20 minutes since we put our bacon wrapped pears in the oven, so we'll check them, make sure they're nice and soft and crispy. And look at that. They're gorgeous. So we'll just hit them with a little bit of salt and pepper just to season them a bit. And then we'll add them onto our platter here.
Alright guys, so next one for tonight, we're going to make pork tenderloin bites with an eggnog rum sauce. For that, you're going to want pork tenderloin, a little bit of fresh mint, and some cinnamon. For the sauce, you want some eggnog and your rum of choice. Alright, so I'm going to take my tenderloin here and I'm going to cut it into some little cubes. And then once I get them all cubed up, I'm going to sear them off right quick. Alright guys, so I've got my pan heated up. I got a little bit of oil in here. We're at medium heat. Like I said, I'm going to take the pork and I'm going to toss it right in. We're going to get a nice sear on each side of the pork, so it'll nice and crispy. If you need to, if you don't think you cooked it enough, if you want it done a little more, you can put it in the oven. And then I'm going to take a little bit of cinnamon during this. I'm going to sprinkle it across. Alright guys, so I just put my pork in the oven. I'm going to let that cook off a little bit now, and we're going to make really quick the eggnog sauce. I use the same pan that I had the pork in. I want to put in some rum. And I'm going to let that cook off for a little bit. Yep. Let's make it fun and let's flambe and have it. Now after that light show, what we're going to do is add our eggnog. I added about a cup of eggnog to, I want to say, a quarter of a cup of rum. Then I'm going to take a little bit of cinnamon, fill that in there. I'm going to stir it up. Alright guys, so we've got our sauce reduced beautifully. Look at this nice, that's what you're looking for right there. You can leave it like this, but we're going to throw in a little handful of mint. Fresh mint, chopped up, chiffonade. And then, once we get that all mixed together, take a few pieces of our pork, slap her down on top of this here, take a little drop of our sauce, spread that across, and enjoy. Alright guys, so for our final one today, we're going to make a pan-seared steak crostini. What you're going to want is a cut of steak, whatever one you want, some bread to make some crostinis out of. You'll make whatever type of sauce you want. We're going to do a quick little barbecue mixture and then see how it turns out. Alright guys, so what we did for the steaks is I take the bread and I've cut them into a nice little bias here. You can either cover them in butter or dip them in the bacon fat, which is what we did. And then you're going to put them into your oven at 400 degrees. Alright guys, so first thing you want to do is take your steak. You're going to get a little bit of Cajun spice here. I'm going to just cover it, absolutely cover this thing, head to toe in the seasoning. Don't want to leave any space unseasoned. And what I got over here to my side is a frying pan that I've got to smoking point. It is hot, hot, hot. A little bit of oil into the bottom. And what I'm going to do is just sear off the steak really nice. It does not take long to do this. I'm going to do maybe 30 seconds aside. It depends on how thick it is. 30 seconds is almost too much for this steak. Let it get a nice hard sear on there. You want to have that nice blackened color on one side before you flip it over. Alright,
So we have our crostini all done up. We have our steak seared. When we were off camera, we made a little barbecue sauce aioli. Equal parts mayonnaise, equal parts barbecue sauce. So we're going to thinly slice our steak here. Once we have a few strips, we'll just go ahead and place it on our crostini. Don't be afraid to use your fingers. Fingers are good. And after that, just add a little topping of that aioli. And you can top that with a little bit of green onion, a little cilantro, whatever you like, tomato. And then we'll plate it up with the rest of our holiday hors d'oeuvre set.
Alright guys, there you have it, our holiday hors d'oeuvre platter. Hope you like what you saw. If you did, like it, comment, subscribe. If you want to see what else we got, head over to chronicverve.com where we do podcasts, articles, Chronic Kitchen. Hope to see y'all later.